Hey Cancer, I'm Eleanor and welcome to Peaches by Starlight Tarot. This is your 4th week of February pick a card reading, although the timeline is fluid. So if any time that you come across one of my readings and the title feels like it's meant for you, then there's probably a message in here for you at that time. But not everything is going to resonate, and that's okay, and that's why I offer personal and private readings, and they are through email. And if you go to my Etsy page, you can pick one out, or you can design your own and pick which cards you want, or which decks you want to choose from. If at any time during the reading you do hear something that's going to serve you on your path, hit that like button. And if you hear something that you feel like is going to serve someone that you know and love and they're going through something, go ahead and share it with them and help my little channel grow. And also please subscribe, because I have a new reading coming out every week plus a monthly. And if you want to keep up with the narrative, that's the best way to do it. And also, so this week we're talking about teamwork as it pertains to your monthly energy of 6 of Cups, which is going to be about nostalgia, forgiveness, reuniting from the past, finding lost things, childhood things in a sense, all that kind of good stuff. And so if you want to see me talk more about these and shuffle on camera and have these cards pop out, the annual and the monthly videos are linked below. And also I wanted to mention that this month of February, Leo and Scorpio also got some 6 of Cups. So if you would tell me in the comments if you're connecting with a Leo or a Scorpio, or how this has played out for you so far this month, I'm really curious to know about that. I'm using Affirmators at work and Vintage Swiss Tarot. And I have stack 1, stack 2, stack 3. They're timestamped below, so you can skip right to it. Let's get started talking about teamwork. Okay, so you have 8 of Cups reversed, King of Swords, and lunch. This is going to be talking about in the break room, only eating the lunch that has your name on it, and if it doesn't have someone's name on it, it still does probably belong to someone. You know, respect for people's lunches in the refrigerator type stuff. That's just a cute deck, but I feel like with these energies up here and everything else going on, there is a seriousness to this, where I feel like with this 8 of Cups, there is the potential for someone that is going to be wanting to walk away from the team, and you are going to have to do a little bit of work to try to bring someone back into the fold and to try to keep them, talk them back from the ledge, as it were. And so I want to talk about this King of Swords, that to be mindful that you're not stepping on anyone's toes with your communication and your words. And how can you use I statements, I feel, I perceive, without being accusatory. And I think speaking that way is going to go a long way towards your team working in a functional way, as opposed to just telling other people what they did to you, and not also being able to own your own role in the situation and say, I can see how you heard me say that, but this is what I meant. You know, all those good communication techniques that you hear about, to confirm and repeat back that you're hearing what they're saying, or if they say something and before you react, go, wait, I'm hearing you say this, is that what you're saying? Allow for clarification, ask for clarification, don't jump to conclusions, because that is going to be what you need to keep things intact, because there is someone that's going to be trying, that's going to feel like they need to move on, and I'm feeling like they're an integral part of the team. They are part of this process. They are meant to be here at this time, and so you are going to have to maybe play that role and be mindful about stepping on other people's toes with your communication, doing a good job around that. Stack 2, 10 of Wands, 5 of Wands, participation. Let's see if I can get that to focus a little bit. Okay. It's talking about not taking a passive back seat, seizing the reins of initiative. So when I see the 10 of Wands and the 5, well, I shouldn't say when, like I do all the time. Right now, I'm feeling the 10 of Wands with the teamwork. It feels like the way that sometimes you can feel like you're doing everything, and that sometimes, especially when it comes to student projects, where you're all going to get the same grade, and so, but then you feel like you're the only one that gives a crap, and so you do all the work, and then everyone else gets to get the good grade that you earn. And so I'm feeling a lot like that. You feel like you're carrying the whole team. and this Five of Wands, it can be that there is conflict, and so you may be just taking it on, or fear that if you don't, there will be conflict. But there's clash of egos here, and so I'm feeling like this participation, it's going to be talking about offering solutions and speaking up in a way that holds everybody equally accountable. And how can you not get into this energy of carrying the whole team and having there be resentment around it? And that the example I can think of in my work, I don't want to go into it, but it does involve not being a tattletale, not going to the bosses or going and saying like, so-and-so didn't help this, so-and-so was, I did it all, and being that kind of energy, but more like offering solutions and creative ways to distribute the labor in ways that everyone is held accountable, and not that the higher ups see that the work got done, they don't care how it got done, and so people that didn't do anything get credit, and then you're left feeling overburdened and resentful. Okay, so how can you offer solutions that create a way that holds everyone accountable, that is not the honor system? Because the honor system ain't working from what I can see here. All right, stack 3, you have 5 of Swords, High Priestess, Discernment, and that's a little happy clam right there, happy clam. So High Priestess, the High Priestess is stoic and aloof in a way, and Discernment right here is talking about, I want to say, don't sweat the small stuff and be discerning and choosy about what your battles are, because there's a sense here to where if you just rush into everything and stand up for everything and try to be right on everything, there's going to be a heavy cost to that. And that the message for you here is to not leap in willy-nilly, but to remain detached, remain aloof, and observe and decide through a period of detached observation whether or not it is worth your time, whether it's worth your peace of mind, whether it's worth whatever it is going to cost for you to leap in. Don't be impulsive about that decision, and take on this High Priestess energy where you are just kind of watching from your little perch, and then you decide and you make an informed choice based on what your intuition tells you and not what your impulses tell you. All right, Cancer, talk to you in a week. Thanks.